What's up, guys? This video is so cool, I need to wear some glasses, so let's get into it. Whether you know what the video looks like in the video title. So my production value is pretty low. Really don't have anything on screen besides my favorite units on the screen right there, so I guess that's some entertainment, right? So there's 5 mechanics that I pulled out of a hat. A pigmentational hat that I thought maybe some people might not know, maybe you know all of them. But sorry about the sniffling. I just blew my nose and it's still doing it, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I picked up 5 things that I've noticed, at least things that I didn't really know much about, or I knew maybe some other people didn't know about, you know, stuff like that. So there's definitely one in here that you may not know about. At least one. Maybe all 5. Maybe none. Yeah, so let's get into it. First, limit burst damage buffs. Sorry about that. So, when a unit, like for example King Rain, like that's why he's in the thumbnail. Imagine King Rain uses his buff to get limit burst damage, and then for example you have Luna Freya who gives 50% limit burst damage. Doesn't work. You can't. This isn't Legos, guys. You can't build on top of it. So basically, Rain's Lego is bigger than Luna Freya's. You can't do that. It just doesn't work. It's like putting a triangle inside of a circular hole. It doesn't work. So Luna Freya's buff would be completely wasted other than the other things that it gives. So yeah, Luna Freya would just be, it would be nullified. In terms of limit burst damage, you can't give him anymore unless he doesn't use his buff at all. Then he gets 50%. But I'm pretty sure his is a lot higher than that, the 50%. So it wouldn't work for any kind of damage dealer that gives limit burst damage to themselves, like Noctis, for example, on the screen. He gives himself limit burst damage, pretty sure, and no one can help him with that. So it's not, they don't add together. They don't add together. It's a stacking thing. Like, you can't stack them together because they override each other. Just like a lot of other things in the game that do that kind of stuff. So you can't stack mitigation, or you can't stack limit burst damage buffs. That's the one thing that I thought maybe some people might not know. Number 2. And I know this for a fact that there are some people that asked me this question, actually. So I know that there's at least some people out there that might not know this, but hybrids only get killers from physical attacks. From physical killers. They don't get anything from magical ones. Of course, a lot of the killers available right now are 75% physical and magical, but they only get killers from the physical portion. As of this video, maybe it'll change in the future when Gumi says, "Hey, let's make a hybrid damage dealer that has a lot of killers," and then they change the mechanics to where it would do both, and that'd be insane. That they would be probably the strongest damage dealer in the game for a while. It's just because killers are so much stronger than pretty much anything else in the game, guys. And there's a reason right now why they don't work with both. It only works with physical only. Make sure you guys know that. Because if they worked with both, it would be insane. That'd be so stupid. You would do way too much damage. Seriously. The third thing that I only know a few months ago, I didn't know about actually. I'm not the professor here. I'm only the messenger. It's XD. Anyways, killer cap and buffs. So basically, if you have 300% killer on your unit already while you go into battle, you can buff on top of that 300%. So you can go over 300% with buffs only. So for example, if you go into your, like for example, go in here, you're like, hey, I need a lot of killers, and you gear your squall with 300% machine killer. Now you go into the fight with for example, if she's around. Oh darn. If we can find her quickly enough. Oh dude. Where's she at? There, here. So you go in to fight with Squall and you go and fight with her, and she has a killer buff, machine killer buff, and you activate this. Now Squall has 350%. In battle only, 350% machine killer. So that's how that works. That's how that works, guys. So that's something that maybe some people don't know about. Sorry, but I know I was acting really badly today, more than I just blew it a few times before I recorded. I was like, I'm ready to go, and then so sorry about that, guys. I'm not doing it on purpose, I promise you. It's not something I like to do. Number 4. We just did number 3 with killers. Number 4 is mitigation types. And again, this is another thing that some people brought up to me in my Discord. Privately, of course. PMing me. Gaming me, however you want to call it. So basically, there are 3 types of mitigation in the game. General, which is really good against fixed damage. Another thing that maybe you don't know. The only general mitigation is the only thing that can like reduce fixed damage. Number 2, magical, and number 3, physical. Now all 3 of these can be used at the same time. So for example, you have 2 supports that can do physical, physical. One can do magical, but maybe there's one support that can do both. And then there's a tank maybe you have that can do general. So all 3 of them will work at the same time. But just like Inland Burst damage buffs, only the highest will count. So for example, Charlotte uses Inland Burst. That's the highest you're gonna go with that. But you still have 2 other mitigations to go you can use. So yeah, only the highest will count with that as well. But you can use all 3 mitigations at the same time in the same battle, and nothing will, you know, interact with each other because they're all different kind of mitigations. So maybe that maybe something some people didn't know that. General mitigation kind of is a thing that wasn't as widely known or used back then, but now it's a lot more easy to access. There's a lot more tanks in the game that have general mitigation now, so it's a little bit more known than before. It was not as known before because there was not very many ways to get to it. So, moving on to number 5. Now this is something that maybe not a lot of people know, and actually I did not know this until I found it. Mirage is not the same as evasion. So basically, Mirage has different properties than the evasion does, where the only thing that you really need to know is that Mirage does not act like evasion, so in case of certain enemies, like, sorry for the sniffling again. For example, this is the best example I think recently, for global side at least. I know I'm using the JB side because it was just very easy to load this up. The best example is this guy. Iron Giant Kai, Reborn, Scorn of Armor of Oppression. He has accuracy in his attacks, but I'm not saying this is something you would do. I'm just giving this as an example. Accuracy cannot go through Mirage. So if you use Mirage, one of his accuracy attacks is not going to work. It doesn't work. It's not like evasion. His accuracy, he could have a million accuracy and it wouldn't go through Mirage. So Mirage has a different useful capability compared to regular evasion. So Dr. Aiden is really broken in that aspect, honestly. He has that really broken cooldown. It's stupid. So there are a lot of boss fights in the future that are going to have accuracy in their attacks. And that's where Mirage is very, very needed. Mirage is going to be a big meta thing, guys. Mirage is not going to be like some kind of meme, like, oh, it's whatever, you choose dodge tank. Mirage is going to be very useful, I've come to know. But if you have Locke, if you have Bart, and maybe if you want to get the upcoming Riku, she does Mirage like every turn. You guys see my trial clears. She does Mirage like every turn because her breaks last so long. And I think that's about it. So yeah, to summarize, remote burst damage buffs do not stack. Hybrid killers only works with physical. You can go over the killer cap in battle with buffs. There are 3 damage mitigation types that all can work independently of each other, but can't stack with each other. Like, you can't have 2 general mitigations, only the highest will go. And also, accuracy cannot go through Mirage. So, hope you guys enjoyed something a little different, because there were some people in my comment section that wanted something a little different, so I wanted this to be a little different for you guys. And hey, as the video's over, I got something to tell you. There's this cool guy on the internet that told you that he has a Discord channel. You probably should join it. It's really cool and awesome and stuff, so you should probably join my Discord channel. It'll be in the description of the video. So please join my Discord, because I said so. I'm a cool guy with glasses on behind a computer screen, so it'll be in the description of the video, guys. Just like I said, it'll be in the description, along with my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter if you have Twitter, and also follow my Twitch channel, so you can follow me on polls and stuff and cool stuff like that, and come hang out with me and chat. With that in mind, guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Please consider liking the video, and leave me down a comment down below if you knew of any of these, you knew of all of them, or maybe you're like, wow, this cool guy on the internet with sunglasses on told me something that I didn't know about. He's cool. XD. So yeah. I think that's about it, guys. Also, let me know in the comment section if you want to know do another kind of crazy, wacky videos like this in the future, where I do other things other than like trial clears and stuff like that. So your guys' feedback is the lifeblood of my channel, literally. I don't live without your feedback, so don't be afraid to give me feedback. Yeah, so thanks, guys. Again, sorry for the long outro, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.